Hi everyone, Sarah, the Healthy Home Economist, here to talk about baby's first foods and the best first food for your baby. And guess what? It's not rice cereal like your pediatrician is telling you. Rice cereal is a very difficult to digest food for a baby, and the reason for that is that the baby's digestive system is rather immature and does not produce the enzymes that can digest the rice cereal. And as a result, using any sort of a grain-based first food is not a good idea, because if the baby can't digest the rice cereal, guess what it does? It rots in their digestive system, producing putrefying bacteria, all sorts of pathogenic types of organisms in the gut, which can, down the road, lead to allergies and other autoimmune illnesses. So skip the rice cereal. I also would suggest that you skip the jarred baby food or even homemade vegetables for baby as a first food. And the reasons are the same. Vegetables are a carbohydrate, even though much more easy to digest than grain-based carbs, of course. Again, the baby's immature digestive system is really not ready for that until maybe 7 or 8 months. You can start the homemade vegetable pureed baby foods, mashed with butter, of course. But when your baby is 4 to 6 months old, it's a good idea, if they're hungry, and a lot of them are not. I know with my children, one of them was ready for foods at 4 months, and the other two were really not interested until 6 months. So certainly don't force your child onto solid foods if they're quite happy nursing exclusively. But if your child is showing interest and is hungry and not satisfied, then the best first food to introduce is a soft boiled egg yolk. And I'm going to show you exactly how to make that here today. Exactly how I fed it to my 3 children when they showed interest and were ready for a first food. Now, one mistake I see that mothers make with the soft boiled egg yolk as a first food is they boil it, and as I'm going to show you here in a minute, and they try to feed the whole thing to their child. Egg yolk is very, very rich, and if you feed too much to your child first, they're just going to throw it up. So the best thing to do is maybe make a soft boiled egg for yourself, maybe if you're having it for breakfast, and give baby a taste, or use just a little bit on the side for your baby as a taste, and build up to a full egg yolk over a span of days and weeks, depending on what your child tolerates. So let me show you how to make it. It's very simple. First, you take preferably a pasture-raised egg, and that will be much more full of nutrients than a store-based egg. So just get the best eggs you can afford. This is a local free-ranging egg that I've gotten from a local farm. And then what you want to do is you want to turn on the heat and bring a small pan of water to a boil. And when this boils, we'll pick it back up in just a second. The water is now boiling, so I'm going to put the egg into the boiling water and put a cover on it. And we're going to set our timer for 3.5 minutes. Our egg is now boiled, so we'll take it off the heat. Take it over here to the sink. I'm sure you've all done this before. Just put some cold water on that egg. And this wonderful yolk is going to supply cholesterol and beneficial fatty acids to your child's brain, which are so important for his or her mental development. So this is the perfect first food for your baby, and possibly the easiest to digest, with the exception of another food I'm going to mix into it in just a moment. But you're going to take your egg now, and I'm just going to crack it, because we're going to discard the white. You do not want to feed the white to your child before they're a year old, because the white of an egg is rather allergenic. As you can see, I have a beautifully soft egg yolk here, which I'm just going to bloop right into the dish here. And you can carefully remove any little bits of the white that might have come with it. Just to be extra careful. You don't want to feed any of that white to the baby. And you can just go ahead and mix that up, and you can give your child a bite or two of that. just to start, just a taste. You don't want to overwhelm them with the richness of this egg yolk. Now, another good idea, and something I did for my children, but it is optional, is you can add a little bit of grated raw liver to this egg yolk. A half a teaspoon per egg yolk. This is something that I did. This mimics African mothers who the first food for their infants was raw liver, which the mother would pre-chew and then feed to the baby. So you can add this. This will give your baby a little bit of iron. Breast milk is low in iron, and this can give them a little bit of iron. And the raw liver is very easy to digest as well. If you're concerned about the rawness of the liver, don't be. Just make sure that the liver has been frozen for 14 days before you use it, and that will eliminate any chance of any concern that you're using raw meat. Raw meat that's been frozen for 14 days is safe to consume. So what I've got here is I've got a little bit of grass-fed raw liver. This chunk has been frozen, and you can just pop it into your grater like this. I find these handheld graters are quite easy for that. And then just grate a little bit. And you can see you've got just about a half a teaspoon of raw liver right there, grated liver. And you just plop that right into the egg yolk and mix it up nicely. And you can feed that to your baby. And that will also, adding the liver will also increase the tolerance of the baby for the egg yolk, because the egg yolk is very rich, and that's why you want to start slow and build up to it. But the liver in there will help with the whole acceptance of the egg yolk in the baby's tummy. So that's it. That is the best first food for your baby. This is exactly what I fed my 3 children when they were ready for solid foods. And every child is different. So don't think 4 months is like, got to start the egg yolk at 4 months. If your child is showing signs of hunger, then by all means start. But if your child shows no interest, don't force it. Wait a week or 2 and try it again. And this way your child will be, their digestion will be primed. They're getting wonderful nutrients for the building of their neurological system and their mental development. And that is the best thing for your baby at this age. This is Sarah, the Healthy Home Economist. And until next time, I'm wishing you all the best in the kitchen.